Test your knowledge with this math quiz. This is math that you would generally have learnt in the 6th grade, and there are 30 multi-choice questions. See how well you can do, what do you remember. So you're looking for an A plus here is 27 to 30 of the correct answers. Let's go. Question 1. What is 12 times 8? Is it 96, 108, or 84? The correct answer here is 96. Well done if you got that correct. Second question. If you have 3/4 of a pizza and eat half of that, how much pizza is left? Is it 3/8, 1/4, or 1/8? In this case, it's 3/8. Now we solve this problem by multiplying the fractions together. We multiply the top row and the bottom row. 1 times 3 equals 3, 4 times 2 equals 8, 3/8. What is, question 3, 45 divided by 5? Is the answer 9, 10, or 8? And the question 4. What is 25% of 200? Is it 50, 75, or 100? Remember, to solve this, we make 25% into a decimal, which is 0.25, and multiply it by 200. And we get the answer of 50. What is 7 squared? Is the answer 14, 49, or 42? The answer is 49, and we get this answer by multiplying 7 squared is 7 times 7, and 7 times 7 equals 49. If a triangle has angles measuring 60 degrees, the top, 60 degrees at the right side and 60 degrees at the left hand side, what type of triangle is it? Is it a scalene, an isosceles, or an equilateral? A scalene, isosceles, or equilateral? Of course, the answer here is equilateral because all of the angles are equilateral. What is the perimeter, for question 7, of a rectangle that has a length of 10 centimeters and a width of 5 centimeters? So on the left hand side, here is our rectangle. Is the answer 15, 30, or 50? 15 centimeters, 30 centimeters, or 50 centimeters? Of course, the answer here is 30 centimeters because 10 for the top side plus 5 on the right plus 10 on the bottom and 5 on the left equals 30. Question 8. What is the value of 3x when x equals 5? Is it 15, 8, or 10? The answer is 15, and of course we do this by substituting the 5 in where the x is, and multiplying the 3 times 5 equals 15. Well done if you got that answer correct. What is the mean or the average of the numbers 4, 8, 12, and 16? Is it 8, 12, or 10? If you got the answer 10, you're doing amazing. Now remember, we calculate the average by adding the four numbers together and then dividing by 4, and that gives us an answer of 10. What is 5% of 300? Is the answer 15, 30, or 25? The answer here is 30, and the way that we solve this is we turn the 5% into a decimal, and 5% in decimals is 0.05, and multiply it by 300. And if we do that, our answer is 30. How many degrees are there in a full circle? If you got 360 degrees, you did very well. That is the correct answer. What is the area of a rectangle with a length of 7 meters and a width of 3 meters? Is it 10 square meters, 21 square meters, or 30 square meters? Of course, it's 21 because we remember how to work out an area as we multiply the base times the height. 7 times 3 equals 21 square meters. If x plus 3 equals 10, what is the value of x? Is it 13, 7, or 3? The answer is 7. Now to solve this equation, what we do is we subtract 3 from the left hand side. Well, we subtract 3 from both sides. That means that there is no number on the left hand side, and the number we get on the right hand side is 7, so we get x equals 7. Question 14. What is the value of 8 cubed? Is it 24, 64, or 512? The answer here is 512. Now this is quite a challenging multiplication to do in your head. However, when given the three answers, we know that 8 cubed is 8 times 8 times 8. And we can simplify this to 64 times 8, because 8 times 8 equals 64. So our number must be at least 8 times bigger than 64. So the only answer that could have been right here was 512. Which of the following is a prime number? Is it 18, 17, or 15? The answer is 17. Well done if you got that correct. And do we remember a prime number is a whole number that can only has the factors of itself in 1. 15 had other factors. It had 5 and 3. And 16, of course, had 8, 2, and 4 as its factors. Question 16. What is 2/3 plus 1/6? Is it 1/2? Is it 5/6 or 1/3? It's, of course, here it's 5/6. Now to solve this one, we need to make sure that the denominator is the same. And we do that when we change 2/3 into 4/6. We multiply both the top and the bottom by 2. And now when we multiply these, we add the top numbers together. So we get 5/6. How many sides does a hexagon have? Is it 5, 7, or 6? Of course, a hexagon has 6 sides. Well done if you got that correct. What is 15% of 60? Is it 9, 6, or 12? The correct answer is 9. And remember how we calculate percentages, we change the percentage to a fraction. We actually do that by dividing the percentage by 100, so we get 0.15, and we multiply that by 60, and the answer we get is 9. A car travels 60 miles in 1 hour. How far will it travel in 3 hours if it keeps going at 60 miles in 1 hour? Is the answer 120 miles, 180 miles, or 150 miles? The car would travel 180 miles because it is traveling at 60 for 3 hours. 60 miles per hour for 3 hours, that's 60 multiplied by 3. If 6x equals 48, what is the value of x? So, is the value of x in this case 8, 6, or 9? The answer here is 8, and to solve this algebraic problem, we divide both sides by 6, and that way we can cancel out the 6's on the left side, and x equals 48 divided by 6 equals 8. What is the least common multiple of 4 and 5? So what is the lowest number that 4 and 5 can go into? Is it 20, 10, or 15? So 20 is the lowest common number here that 4 and 5 can go into, because 20 divided by 4 equals 5, and 20 divided by 5 equals 4. What is 9/12 simplified? Is it 1/3, 3/4, or 2/3? The answer here is 3/4. And in order to solve this problem, we have to find the highest common denominator in both 9 and 12. That number is 3, so we divide both the top and the bottom by 3, and we get 3/4. What is 16 times 16? Is it 128, 256, or 196? If you got 256, well done, that's the correct answer. The way to do this would be to multiply 16 by the 10 first, we get 160, and now we know the number is going to be larger than 160, and then we multiply the 6 by 16. We get 256. Which is greater, 0.75 or 3/5? 0.75, 3/5, or they are equal. Which one is greater? 0.75, because of course the fraction 3/5 is equal to the decimal 0.60. And 0.75 is bigger than 0.60. Question 25. How many centimeters are in 1 meter? Is it 100, 10, or 1,000? And the correct answer here is 100. Being that a century is 100 years, a centimeter is 100th of a meter. If 1/2 of a number is 20, what is that number? Is it 30, 50, or 40? The answer here is 40. The reason for that is 1/2 times x equals 20. Therefore, to get rid of the 1/2, we multiply it by 2 to make it 1, and we must multiply the other side by the same number, which is 2, so x equals 40. What is the next number in the sequence? 2, 4, 8, 16. Is it 24, 30, or 32? In this sequence, each number is being doubled as we go to the next number. So in this case, the last number we have is 16. We multiply it by 2 and we get 32. Question 28. If a square has a side length of 99 centimeters, what is its area? Is it 18 centimeters, 81 centimeters, or 45 centimeters? So, if a square has a side length of 9, it must have a height of 9 as well, and therefore its area must be 9 times 9 equals 81 centimeters squared. 29. What is the value of 50% of 120? Is it 50, 60, or 70? The answer is 60, and again, because this is a percentage, we put it into a decimal and we multiply it by 120. 0.5 times 120 gives us 60. Last question. What is the greatest common factor of 12 and 18? Is it 3, 6, or 12? The greatest common factor is 6, because 6 goes evenly into 12 to equal 2 and evenly into 18 to equal 3. Now you've answered all 30 questions. How many did you get right? What mark did you get? Did you get an A or an A+? Well done for completing the quiz. If you found this quiz interesting and you want to try some more, be sure to go and look at the other videos that I've made and make sure that you like this and subscribe.